Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Thursday, 22nd January 2026. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Please note I'm not a SEBI registered advisor, so whatever I talk about stocks here are not buying or selling recommendation. So yesterday morning I was talking about, somewhere along the line we may see a tradable bottom. Tradable bottom does not mean that it is a final bottom because nobody can predict a final bottom. In fact, to predict even a tradable bottom is very difficult. But sometimes you get some cues which, give you the feeling that we are at the excess as far as the selling is concerned. So there is a chance for a rebound. So I had said yesterday that we will continue to go long. Day first yesterday we had gone long in Nifty futures and Bank Nifty futures. Yesterday I was planning to do that today and tomorrow, and finally up to Tuesday. Uh, of course, we have a core position, plus we are doing intraday jobbing, buying and selling, so that our core position, the prices keep reducing. Now, normally I don't trade in Nifty futures or Bank Nifty futures, but just to understand my understanding of the market internals, I have started doing this for the next 3 days. So yesterday we have a position open in both Nifty and Bank Nifty futures. Now, yesterday, somewhere around 11 o'clock, I had put a note to all the WhatsApp groups where I am in and to the Telegram group and on Twitter that it looks like we have got a tradable bottom. Why did I say that? That is because, the mood in the market was terrible. Day for yesterday, it was bad. Yesterday morning, it opened and significant selling took place in the first 1 hour. I also knew there is a chance the MTF, the margin trading funding selling will happen. And generally that happens around 11 o'clock. So when 11 o'clock it bounced back, I felt we have got a tradable bottom. So I do not know whether this is the final bottom, but what one can think of is that extreme bearishness, especially in January, just before the budget, generally means we'll get a tradable bottom because then everybody is on one side. If you look at FI futures positioning, day for yesterday is 2,24,000 contracts, which is very high. Typically, the short positions in by FIIs in Nifty futures is about lakh and 60. Sometimes it's as low as 1 lakh contracts. But the day before yesterday it was 2,24,000, which I found it very high. I think it is a record. Now, yesterday they created a further record at 2,34,000 contracts. The more the shorts are sitting in F&O in Nifty futures, the argument can be they are hedged. Hedged means what? That means they are not expecting market to really go up too much. They're hedging against a downside. So I do not think that is the case because there is no single set of FIs who are only hedgers. There are all kinds of people. And there are people who watch these numbers and take positions accordingly. Data clearly shows that if you have that kind of numbers, anything above 90% or anything about 2 lakh contracts on the short side, invariably the market finds a short-term bottom, if not for an intermediate bottom. When I say short-term bottom, I'm thinking that the prices will rise at least till budget and maybe a few days after budget based on how the budget is perceived by the market. So that's what happened yesterday. There was a sharp bounce back, but again, it was meant by selling. It was met by selling. That is because nobody is having any confidence. In fact, if you hear what the CNBC TV channel, for instance, the expert was saying is that nobody is looking for the budget. Budget seems to be very far away. Actually, it's only 6 trading days, not even 6, 5 trading days it is. But people are so scared that they just want to sell and get away. Such is the time when you get bargains for the short term. I do not know about the long term. I'm not a person who is interested in the index so much because we are into natural resources stocks, which we feel there will be corrections there also. But by and large, we'll be safe for the year 2026. So yesterday was the third straight session fall. It fell below 25,000 Nifty and it bounced back and it recovered around 200 points. 28 of the 50 Nifty stocks closed in the red. Basically, top gainer was Eternal. Now, I think today Eternal will be sold off. Eternal was bought yesterday because of results. Today, I think it will get sold off. ICICI Bank was the biggest loser. Mid cap was down by 1%. Small cap was down 0.6%. And both of them extended losses for the third session, India VIX surge. All sectors ended lower, excepting metal, and precious metals did very well. I think precious metals may go in for a correction from today onwards. At least today, I expect a correction in both gold and silver. Though we are extremely bullish on it for the longer term, but of course, you need corrections. Without corrections, if it starts going up, then it will burst. And the following correction will be very, very severe. So I am actually welcoming a sideways to a corrective trend. Now, I can't be doing jobbing there. We are not doing that. So copper was the biggest metal gainer. Now, an interesting part of data. I always talk of this third force. Now, if you look at yesterday, FIIs, for instance, sold about 1,800 crores. DIIs bought more than 4,500 crores. So the net difference is about 2,700 crores. Now, 2,700 crores, if the DII's net purchase is that much, so somebody has sold. Who is this somebody? That is the third force. This was also, the selling was also attributed to this third force by CNBC itself, where they said ultra high net worth individuals, PMS, AIFs, and corporate bodies, and some retail investors and the brokers who sold the MTF positions. That 2,700 crores consists of that. Note that 2,730 crores is higher than the FII selling of 1,800 crores. So I think that we saw a panic bottom yesterday based on these numbers. And I was mentioning in my post-market commentary that we could have a gap up today. I expect it to be there. Gap up is one issue. Whether it will get sold, I doubt. In the sense, I feel the gap up will, whatever gap up we get, the corrections which will happen, some people will definitely sell because yesterday people might have been stuck, for instance. But I think we will have a durable rally leading up to the budget. It doesn't mean it will be only up. There will be up and down, but it will be a durable rally, is my opinion, and we are positioning for that. US stocks had a tremendous volatility because of Trump. We were expecting that. Finally, US stocks have closed in the positive. So there too, things are looking brighter. Treasury yields also fell down, so which is good for the risk assets. Gold and silver corrected from that high. So that is, good news comes on political or geopolitical front. The gold and silver will correct. That's what happened there. And that may continue today, as I mentioned. Brent crude is going up. It's gone up to 65.2. I've been mentioning natural resources like ONGC and Oil India Limited are looking good. They are a part of our portfolio as far as oil and gas is concerned. Dollar index is steady below 99, which is good actually for gold. Dollar weakening is good for gold and silver. So there is a balance. Now, if you look at the corporate results and what we can look for today in terms of price movement, Dr. Reddy should do well. It reported reasonably good results. Eternal reported good results, but most of it is from other income. And Deepinder Goyal, the CEO, is quitting from February 1st. Of course, he's still going to be a part of the company, but I think that is negative for the stock. I do not understand why people are buying that stock when there is no earnings. In fact, they're showing some profit. That profit has come only from other income. So that should be under pressure. KEA Industries has reported reasonably good results, so that may be a bid up. Anantraj also has revenue has gone up by 20%, so that should be also positive. CESC has signed a MOU with Uttar Pradesh government, so that should be positive. Then the neutral, which we don't know which way it will go, is Jindal Stainless has reported results. The net profit revenue is up by about 6%, not great. Bank of India has reported reasonably okay profits, again 6% revenue up, and NI is up by 6%. Guidance has been raised upward, so it should do well. Incidentally, yesterday PSU banks were sold. I think it is because they were all a part of the MTF. HPCL reported results which are not great, though it has beaten the quarter on quarter. It's better than quarter on quarter, but I don't think so. I'm not bullish on refining companies, so it could be, we don't know which way it will go. Anthem Biosciences, today the lock-in period is ending. 69% shareholding will come into play, so that may be under pressure. So one other good news, two good news from Davos. The EU commissioner, she said that they are coming into India and they'll be signing a mother of all deals in the next week, which means just before budget. So there could be a rally leading to that. Plus, the positioning is heavily short. So short covering also can take it up. Plus, yesterday, a stray comment by President Trump to moneycontrol.com was that Mr. Modi is my good friend and we will do a deal very quickly. I do not believe that we will get a deal from US. So anyway, that is good sentiment. So that may also pull up the market when everybody is short or rather bearish. So it is the smart money which will get at lower prices and they should do well. We will continue to buy on all declines, which we did yesterday. It paid off. Tomorrow I'm not here, so I do not know whether I'll do a daily show because I'm traveling. But whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.